What if the 1-cent coin in your pocket could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Believe it or not, that's exactly what happened to people who found a rare version of the 1972 Lincoln penny. Most of these coins are still only worth a cent, but a few carry hidden errors that make them extremely valuable to collectors. So before you toss that penny aside, listen closely, because the 1972 Lincoln cent might just be one of the most exciting coins hiding in plain sight. Let's start with the story behind it. The Lincoln cent has one of the longest-running designs in US coinage history. It first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. The idea was revolutionary at the time because no US coin had ever featured a real person. Sculptor Victor David Brenner designed the famous portrait of Lincoln, which appears on the front of the coin. His initials VDB are located at the bottom of the coin near Lincoln's shoulder. By 1972, the Lincoln cent had already been circulating for 60 years and was one of the most recognized coins in the world. It had gone through a few changes over the decades. Originally, the coin featured two wheat stalks on the back, the wheat ears design, but in 1959, the reverse was changed to show the Lincoln Memorial, honor of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This version was designed by Frank Gasparo, who was then the chief engraver of the US Mint. The 1972 Lincoln penny continues that memorial reverse design. On the front, you have Lincoln's right-facing profile with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" to the left, and the year 1972 to the right. The mint mark, if there is one, appears just below the date. Now, let's talk about where these coins came from. The US Mint struck the 1972 Lincoln cent at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, Denver coins carry a small d, and San Francisco proof coins are marked with an S. The mintage numbers are massive. The Philadelphia Mint produced about 2.93 billion coins, Denver made around 2.66 billion, and San Francisco struck about 3.26 million proofs. That's a combined total of more than 5.5 billion pennies, which means finding a special one is like spotting a needle in a haystack. But that's what makes it exciting. Now for the technical side. The 1972 Lincoln penny is made of a bronze alloy to 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Each coin weighs 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. This composition was standard 4 cents until 1982, when the mint switched to a copper-plated zinc planchet. So, every 1972 penny you find has real copper in it, which already makes it feel more solid and valuable than modern ones. But what makes the 1972 penny famous is one specific variety, the 1972 double die obverse. This is one of the most dramatic and well-known double dies in the entire Lincoln cent series, and it's the reason collectors still search for these coins today. So, what exactly is a double die? During the minting process, the die the metal stamp used to strike coins is created by pressing a master design into it. Sometimes, if the die shifts slightly between impressions, the details appear twice. That's a double die. It's not caused by the coin being struck twice. It happens on the die itself before minting begins. The 1972 double die is easy to spot with the naked eye. Look closely at the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The doubling is bold, clear, and distinct. You can see strong separation lines in the letters. Even the date 1972 shows doubling. This version is known to collectors as the 1972 double die obverse DDO Variety 1, and it's the most valuable of all 1972 pennies. According to PCGS, there are several minor double die varieties from 1972, at least 10 different ones, but only Variety 1 shows a dramatic doubling that collectors pay serious money for. Now, let's talk about values, because this is where things get exciting. A normal 1972 penny that's been in circulation is still only worth 1 cent, even in uncirculated condition. A regular 1972 Philadelphia or Denver penny might sell for around 10 to 25 cents. A brilliant uncirculated example, graded Miss 65, can bring $1 to $5, not much, but still better than face value. However, the 1972 double die obverse changes everything. Even in lower grades, it's valuable. A lightly worn example can sell for $100 to $150. In uncirculated condition, the price jumps fast. An MS-63 is worth around $250, while MS-65 examples can reach $400 to $600 now for the best of the best. A top-grade coin, MS-67 Red, can bring $1,500 to $2,000, and one exceptional piece even sold for over $3,000 at auction. Proof coins with a strong strike and doubling are also sought after, though the 197 to S proof pennies usually don't have the dramatic doubling that appears on the regular circulation strikes. The Denver and San Francisco issues, while not featuring major double dies, can still have small varieties or minting errors that increase value. For example, coins with off-center strikes, die cracks, or missing letters can fetch $50 to $200, depending on how visible the error is. Another interesting fact is the color grading system for copper coins. Collectors categorize them as brown BN, red brown RB, or red road based on how much original mint luster remains. The redder and shinier the coin, the higher the value. So, a 1972 double die in red condition can be worth several times more than the same coin in a darker brown tone. Let's also talk about the proof coins from San Francisco. These coins were specially made for collectors using polished dies and plankets, resulting in mirror-like fields and frosted designs. A 197 to S proof penny without errors is worth around $2 to $5, but deep cameo examples, the ones with strong contrast, can sell for $20 to $40 in PR69 condition. Now, you might wonder how to tell if your 1970 to penny is worth grading or selling. Start with a close look at the inscriptions. A true double die shows clear doubling on Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see just a shadow or blur, it's probably not the famous variety. It might just be strike doubling, which doesn't add much value. You can also check the date. The 1972 double die has a distinct doubling on all four numbers. A magnifying glass or a coin loop can help confirm it. If it looks like the letters and numbers have a second layer, it's worth having checked by a professional. Once you think you've got a potential variety, the next step is to have it authenticated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Certified coins sell for more because buyers trust the grade and authenticity. Now, let's look at some real auction examples to see how valuable these coins can get. A 1972 double die obverse graded MS-67 Red by PCGS sold for $3,290 in 2022. Another in MS-66 Red brought around $1,400, and even mid-grade examples consistently sell for several $100s. That's an incredible return for a coin that could easily be sitting in a jar at home. Of course, not every 1970 to penny will be valuable. The vast majority are still only worth 1 cent. But what makes this coin so fun to collect is the hunt, the idea that something so small and ordinary could turn out to be a treasure. The 1970 to Lincoln penny represents more than just money. It's a piece of American history. It connects us to a time when copper was still used in coins, when designs were hand-engraved, and when the smallest minting errors could create legends in the coin collecting world. So next time you see a 1970 to penny, don't just pass it off as spare change. Take a closer look. Check the lettering, the date, the details. You might be holding a rare double die that collectors will pay hundreds or even thousands for. And if you're serious about learning how to spot these valuable coins or where to sell them for the best price, make sure to stick around until the end of my videos. For now, drop the word price in the comments and I'll share all the details with you directly. Because who knows, That penny in your hand could be worth more than you ever imagined. Asterisk.